Here's a recent acquisition. This is like a early birthday present for myself, I guess. This is Robotech Zentraedi Heavy Artillery Battle Pod, 1/100 scale vinyl edition. Pretty darn neat. Made by Toynami. It's pretty cool. Actually, I've already opened it up, so this will be really quick to open. Let's just pop it out here. So this is really slick. Pretty darn cool. Got it at my local comic book store in North Phoenix, in Glendale. There's a store called Stalking Moon, which is a pretty darn awesome comic book store, and lots of figures and stuff. And I saw this and I wanted it, and it's cool. It's vinyl, so it feels really neat. It's really nice. The box says it has 11 points of articulation, which isn't a whole lot, but it's fairly decent. So I'll show you what's going on here. This is the legs kind of move like this, back and forth. There is no knee movement, but it can actually pivot, so you can like make them kind of cross-toed, you know, pigeon-toed, and so you can kind of make them walk and kind of stand a little bit different poses. So the cannons here swivel around in ball joints, so you can kind of go the kind of noise that the lasers make, because you can do that, but you know, just do it when no one's listening to you. And the head moves just very slightly, not a whole lot. So this is one more articulation. The thrusters move, yay. These can be positioned. It's kind of stiff, and being vinyl, you don't want to probably pose it a whole lot, or else it might get kind of floppy. And then also, of course, the rockets up at the top here, the missiles. These can be posed here too. So total 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9, and also the rockets. That's makes it 11 points of articulation. Maybe the camera can pick it up or not, I don't know. The thrusters and the feet here, this is like it's a nice metallic gray. It's really nice. It's really detailed. It's pretty cool toy. And it's tall. It's really tall. Now, in comparison to the Revoltech, the Macross Regult Battle Pod. See, here he comes. Hi, Dad. What are we gonna do today? Oh, you know, conquering planets, killing people and stuff. Oh, great. Now this one has way better articulation. Now it can do this. It can, you know, you can pose it like this with that satisfying, lovely Revoltech click, and it's got all the articulation to this one plus more. Especially the knees will bend, so you're like, oh, it's gonna step on his head. It's pretty cool. And of course it has the rocket launchers, and this is the box it comes in. Oh no, don't fall. And it has like the little gun at the top. You can pull this off, put the gun on. This one, there is one with just the gun, and this that was just the regular infantry battle pod. This is what's it called again? The heavy artillery. I've seen a light artillery with like the little micro missiles. Anyhow, this has a little bit more detail. I mean, it's like the little markings are different. You see, this is almost the same. It's like a little symbol is a little bit bigger. It's got the Zentraedi writing. So coloring's a little bit different, but if I was to choose, you know, I'm not going to choose because I have both of them. So there, you know, I bought both of them because they're both pretty darn cool. This is cool because of the super high poseability, and you can comes with a really neat stand. You can kind of force it in there. There you go. So you can pose this, and you can have the legs kicking out, and it looks pretty darn cool. So this one does not have a stand, but it's pretty solid. It doesn't fall over too much, I don't think. You can kind of pose it. This is just great to just have on your shelf. This is a little bit more fun to pose and have a little bit more dynamic posing. So it's cool to have both. They're both about the same price, I guess. I don't know. I bought this. I bought this in Japan, I believe, and I think Harmony Gold, who owns the rights to Robotech, you know, the Toynami, they allow Toynami to sell stuff, but previews, all these diamond distribution, they have Revoltechs for sale, but I've, at least not my comic book shop that I know, these are not really for American distribution, so you have to go through an import shop. But this is really cool to get, and so is this. So much bigger. Maybe the detailing is different, but they're both fairly detailed fairly well. So this one has more articulation in the top part where the missiles are mounted. So neat stuff. So there's one more thing I want to mention. For the Toynami, their Toynami stuff is pretty darn cool. I really like the company. I guess it's an American-owned company. They make pretty decent quality stuff, and I'm kind of surprised. And unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe I don't go to Japan too often. I mean, I go there at least once a year. But I don't think I have seen any Toynami stuff for sale in Japan anywhere. I don't think so, which is really a shame, because Toynami stuff is pretty darn cool, and the stuff is high quality, and I'd like to see this stuff reach Japanese buyers. But for Macross especially, I just see the Yamato especially for the Valkyries and such, and of course Bandai, and it's kind of a shame because Toynami makes some pretty good stuff. I have like a little the Valkyrie, transformable Valkyrie, and I like it a lot. So anyhow, Toynami, hope to see you in Japan sometime. And actually, I just bought tickets for myself. I am going to Japan pretty soon, so in about a couple months from now, and so look for more neat videos of shops that I plan to visit in Tokyo and elsewhere on my YouTube channel. So stay tuned for more neat nerd bait. Bye.